afternoon. How everyone's having a wonderful day. I just wanted to pop on really quickly and show you how to shred chicken. Now, I've done it many times, but sometimes it's good to have a little reminder. So now today, I actually cooked this chicken last night. So the chicken is actually really firm, but I just wanted to show you, I've actually just put it back onto some baking paper with some of the juices that I had collected yesterday. So, you know, I don't like to waste anything. So those juices that come out of the chicken when you're cooking it on the Varoma. So if you've never ever steamed chicken before, what you need to do is just put a piece of baking paper on and then put your chicken in. Now the size does matter. If you put great big pieces, it's going to take a really long time. So I usually cut mine into what I call tenderloins. So this is going to be my salad for my chicken salad. So that one's quite thick. Usually, if you want it to cook quite quickly, that's a tenderloin. So that's the little bit that sits inside the breast. So I don't recommend doing this with thigh because it just goes really grey and it doesn't look very attractive. But I've always had this analogy for anyone who's ever had one of my, or had me in their home doing a live video. I often do this little thing where I say, I don't know if you can see me, thigh inside and breast on top. So you cook your thigh in here and you cook your breast in your Varoma. That's just, people tend to remember those silly little things. So if you cut all your chicken into little tenderloins and you put 500 mils of water in the bottom, it will take 15 minutes maybe a little bit longer, but you always can tell when you press on the chicken. Now, if I was doing it at that sort of thickness, so last night I've just done that one just to show you, that sort of thickness will probably take about 20 minutes, okay? And you'll end up with this beautiful juice, partly from the steam and partly from the natural juice of the chicken. So if you've ever weighed a piece of chicken, and on my metabolic program, I have to weigh my chicken. So I weigh my amount and then I can just cook it, shred it after. So this is enough for my lunch. So what I'm going to do is just show you what I do. I will keep that liquid as my chicken stock. Then I'll just add a teaspoon or a tablespoon, depending how much liquid I've got, to it. And then I've got a really nice chicken stock without having to go to all the fuss of making chicken stock and veggie stock. So just a little container. I'm going to push that back, and all you need to do is pick up your baking paper and very carefully pour your liquid into your container. Now, I've got because you don't get an awful lot of liquid, what I do, I'll actually pop that into the freezer. So I'll have a few little containers, and then when I need a litre of chicken stock, I'll get that out and add a bit of my veggie stock, and there's my chicken stock. That's my top tip for the day. Okay, let's get on. Actually, I was going to say, if you have your lid of your Varoma underneath, any liquid that might fall through, I have done it this way as well, where you can put it all through like that, and then you can use these little holes, the three little holes of your Varoma, to pour your liquid through the holes. That's another way to do it, okay? But you must use baking paper to collect all those juices, okay? Otherwise it just goes into the bottom of your bowl there. Alrighty, let me do my shredding. Now, if this was fresh, warm chicken, it would take 3 to 4 seconds on speed 4 on reverse. So 4x4 reverse. Now, because this is cold chicken and it's actually quite firm, it might take 5 or 6 seconds. So usually you can tell by your listening. So pull this forward, hopefully you can see. So what I need to do, on your TM6, your reverse is just underneath your 0. Okay, if you've got a TM6, your reverse is along the bottom here, and a TM31 I forget. I think it's down the bottom. You've got all your dials. So anyway, if you've got a TM31, you know where your reverse is anyway. So I don't know why I'm telling you. So all I need to do is spread my chicken around. And they are different sizes, so I'm going to get a different type of shred for the thin ones to the fat ones. I'm going to just do the 4 seconds, speed 4. It maybe needed 1 or 2 seconds more, but I'll show you. You're better to do 4 seconds. So that's shredded. That's quite a rough shred. Now, obviously, the longer you go, the finer it's going to be. So we don't want chicken mince. We want it like a pulled pork. And you can do this with your pulled pork, or with pork, not pulled pork. This will pull it. You can do it with pork. You can do it with beef, any meat really. 2 more seconds, and I'll just get a container. Oh, this one's probably a little bit big, but you'll get the idea. I just wanted something clear. So now, the smaller your pieces, the less time it's going to take, but that's a really handy thing. So on a Sunday, I'll often fill my tray with chicken, and I'll put my eggs underneath, and I'll put it all on for about 20 minutes, take my eggs away, check my chicken's cooked, and then at the end of it, I've got chicken and eggs for sandwiches. This chicken's fantastic to put on top of your pizza, put it into scrolls, just eat it as it is. Anyway, that's all for today. If you put some herbs and spices on it as well, that's why mine got little bits of herbs in there. Salt, pepper, chili flakes, peri-peri, all sorts of things can flavour your chicken that way. Otherwise, keep it really plain and simple and make a beautiful salad, which is what I'm going to go and do now. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you all later. Bye now.